welcome at Twende Shule, the program that offer an online teaching in various subjects. So we proceed with our subject history, because according to Cicero, those who ignore history, they condemn themselves not knowing about their future. Therefore, in the previous lesson, we discussed about the struggle for independence in Tanganyika, which Tanganyika got independence through peaceful means or through constitutional means. Therefore, today we are going to see about a revolutionary means. Remember, when we are discussing about the form of decolonization in Africa, we discussed about 4 forms: peaceful, constitutional means, revolutionary means, armed struggle, and combination method. So here we are discussing about the revolutionary means as the way of decolonization in Africa. Therefore, we can say a revolution is the complete overthrow of the existing government or a way of life. So can be a complete overthrow of the existing government or overthrow of a way of life by in any country or state by those who previously subjected to it. So those people who were subjected to a certain way of life, they can overthrow to have another life. Or for those who are subjected to a certain form of government, they can completely overthrow the government and have a new forms of government. Therefore, an example of the political revolution which occurred in Africa can be the Egyptian revolution of 1952, whereby Sultan Farouk was overthrown by Abdul Gamal Nasser. So Gamal Abdul Nasser overthrown Farouk in 1952 in Egypt. But also another revolution which occurred in Africa is Zanzibar Revolution of 1964. Therefore, here our case study is about Zanzibar Revolution. Yes, we have various revolutions which occurred in Africa, but our case study here is about Zanzibar Revolution. Historically, Zanzibar had a trade contact with the external world since 7th century AD. So it conducted trading activity with those external world, including the people from Far East and people from Middle East. Then around 15th century, the Portuguese came in the coast of East Africa. But also, so the Portuguese, when they came from 1498, after Vasco da Gama explored the coast of East Africa and Zanzibar Island. So later on, the Sultanate came again after the demolition of Fort Jesus in Kenya in 1698. Therefore, when the Arabs came again in the coast of East Africa, including Zanzibar Island, they dominated the island, having trade contact. Then from 1840 is where now Sultan Said shifted his capital from Muscat, Oman to Zanzibar. And when he shifted his capital due to various reasons, you know the reason why Sultan Said shifted his capital from Muscat, Oman to Zanzibar. Either a good geographical position to establish clove and coconut plantation, maybe because of political turmoil within Muscat, Oman, and other factor. Therefore, after Sultan Said shifted his capital in 1840s, he established the clove and the coconut plantation, whereby the people of Zanzibar or the native became slaves. Though there are some other people who were taken from Tanganyika and other parts of Africa who were sent to Zanzibar to work as slaves. So even the native who were the Zanzibar by origin, they were slaves to those Arabs. So for too long, Zanzibar was under the domination of Sultanate of Oman. And those people of Zanzibar were just slaves. So this created hostility among these two people of different origin. Then after the Berlin Conference, Zanzibar were still under the Sultanate dominion. Even after the delimitation treaty of 1886 or the first Anglo-German treaty, Zanzibar were still under the Sultanate dominion. But from 1890, after the Heligoland Treaty, British started to dominate the island of Zanzibar. While the Sultanate were still there, but they were responsible to the British government. So from 1890, Zanzibar Islands became under the domination of British. So British controlled the island of Zanzibar from 1890 up to the 10th of December 1963. So on the date of 10th December 1963, British granted an independence to Zanzibar Islands. So we can say Zanzibar got her independence on 10th of December 1963. Though the Arabs were still controlling the social, political and economic affairs. So the independence of 10th of December 1963 that was granted by the British government was just the independence to the Arabs. Those natives, those people of Zanzibar were still suffering from the same domination from the Arabs now. Therefore, there were a need to overthrow the government in order to form their own government where they can be able to exercise their political, social and economic affairs. Therefore, on the date of 12 January 1964, the revolution occurred whereby Zanzibar overthrown the government of Sultan Jamshid. Therefore, on the date of 12th of January 1964, Zanzibar overthrown the government of Sultan Jamshid Abdallah. Then they formed a new revolutionary government under the leadership of Amani Sheikh Abeid Amani Karume. So the revolution was organized by a field marshal. I call him a field marshal, John Okello. We will see the role of John Okello to the revolution of Zanzibar. Therefore, to explain in short, we say, after the independence of 10th of December 1963, because it was just a minority independence to the Arabs, but not to the majority who were the people of Zanzibar. That's why there were a need to have a successive coup d'etat, to have a successive overthrow of the existing government of Sultan Jamshid Abdallah, then to form another government. So the process was accomplished on 12 January 1964. Therefore, let us see what were the reason or causes of Zanzibar revolution. As I said, anything that happened, there must be a factor. Nothing just happened. There must be a reason for something to happen. Therefore, let us see which are the causes for Zanzibar revolution. Do you think the people of Zanzibar were fooled to the extent to have a revolution without a cause? There must be a reason. So the first reason, Zanzibar were deprived their political rights. Zanzibar were deprived their political rights. So the people of Zanzibar, they were denied some right, specifically political right, like right to vote. So one of the criteria for one to vote or to be voted for, you must be able to speak Swahili or Arabs and English. Now remember, during that time, majority of the people of Zanzibar, they were unable to speak English. They were unable to speak Arabs. So you will see that only